African art is not anonymous. Artists had names. Many of those names have been lost. Many of those names were never captured in the first place for various reasons, and usually it was a cultural or racial bias that prevented those names from being captured. In our own collection, we have work by Olowe of Ise, who was famous in his own time, was very well known, carved for several Yoruba kings in northeastern Yoruba land in the Ekiti area. In the masks exhibition, we have a few known artists, and one is Lawrence Ajanaku, who is a textile artist. He made the costume for the Ancient Mother Masquerade, which you'll see just as you enter the exhibition to your right. And I happen to have one of his, an example of a panel from a different masquerade that is in the exhibition. This one is for a masquerade called a Knockout, and it's a panel, but it's typical of what he does, and that is applique. And the face is padded, so the nose is in relief, and there's embroidery, and these star-like forms are embroidered and appliqued onto the cloth, and here you see in the lower part of it more applique and more embroidery. Lawrence Ajanaku has been doing this work for probably 50 years by now. He's a very mature man. I'm a mature woman by now, so our ages are probably catching up to each other. But he, his great-great-grandfather made costumes, and as did his own grandfather, and he began making costumes himself of a masquerade that was introduced to the Akpela people only in 1920-something. And he's continued practicing this craft.